I guess Kanye West is playing more of that 4D chess by consorting with white supremacists.
Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose. The man who rules the world runs into the irresistible force of a man with nothing to lose in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get the regular and variant editions of John Haynes, the man with nothing to lose on Amazon.com today.
A couple of months ago, I made the case for your Kanye West being put into a conservatorship. And I made that case for Kanye West being put into a conservatorship because I believed at the time your Kanye West was being taken advantage of by people like your Candace Owens, who were looking to go out here and use him as a mouthpiece to go out here and make the anti-black statements that they know would be detrimental to their own brand. And because someone like a Candace Owens knows that those statements would be detrimental to her, she then would go out here and use a Kanye West. But after looking at your Kanye West behavior over the Thanksgiving weekend, I'm beginning to believe that your Kanye West doesn't need a conservator. No, he just needs to be left alone by the black community. And the reason why I say your Kanye West needs to be left alone by the black community and we need to cut ties from your Kanye West is because your Kanye West clearly shows me that it's beyond his mental illness, that he is practically out here willfully and intentionally consorting with the enemy by going out here and bringing a Nick Fuentes, a known white supremacist, to a dinner with another known white supremacist, possibly in your Donald Trump. And with your Kanye West keeping company with white supremacists, he shows me that he is anti-black, and since he is anti-black, black people need to go out here and cut ties with your Kanye West because your Kanye West isn't acting in the interest of black people. No, he's just out here looking to go out here and try to play a game where he tries to play mentally ill and trying to make it look like, oh, I'm sick and I can use this as a way to avoid being seen as the self-hating bootlick that he actually is. Now, it's said that your Kanye West is bipolar, but when I look at his actions by actively going out here and consorting with people like Nick Fuentes and other people like Milo Yiannopoulos, he's clearly showing me that he is an enemy of black people, and as an enemy of black people now need to go out here and cut ties with him. Now, it was on the fence for many of these black folks out here as related to your Kanye West. Many thought that he was out here making a political statement when he made those statements on Twitter regarding members of the Jewish community and his anti-Semitic statements that he made on Twitter. And when he made those statements, you had a lot of black people who were spellbound by Kanye West's celebrity, believing that he had made a powerful statement, but all he showed me was that a broken clock is right 2 times a day, and that's why I believed he needed a conservatorship until he participated in this action by going out here and associating with white supremacists. When your Kanye West went out here and alleged by your Donald Trump by bringing Nick Fuentes to the dinner at his home, what he did was betray the black race, because when you go out here and actively consort with a white supremacist, that's when you show me that you're not mentally ill. No, that's when they show me that you're just sick with self-hatred. And since he's sick with the self-hatred to the point where he's consorting with white supremacists, then we need to go out here, sever our ties with your Kanye West, and leave him to the tender mercies of these white supremacists who he's out here hobnobbing and bootlicking with. Since he wants to go out here and support your white supremacists, we need to go out here and leave him to those white supremacists and cut our ties the same way the Jewish community has cut ties with your Kanye West. They cut ties with your Kanye West once they heard him make these anti-Semitic statements, but I believe it's now time for the black community to go out here and take a different kind of action, because since we cannot put this man into a conservatorship and he's showing us that he wants to actively support white supremacy, then we need to actively cut our ties with this man and stop buying his products, stop supporting him financially, because what I find to be disturbing about your Kanye West, while he goes out here and throws in with white supremacists, he doesn't see it was black people who were the ones who laid the foundation for him to become a billionaire. And as he's become a billionaire, he has become so disconnected from his base that he's gone out here, thinks that he can gain this white acceptance and white approval. And it's time for black people to cut our ties with your Kanye West, because, again, when you go out here and support anti-black racists like a Nick Fuentes, when you bring this individual, according to Donald Trump statement, he brought him to his Mar-a-Lago home. When you go out here and participate in these kinds of actions, it is time for the black community to take action, and take serious action to deal with an individual who wants to who is out here supporting those who would actively look to go out here and destroy us. Your Kanye West has shown us that he is not just mentally ill. He has shown us he is an active race traitor, and as a traitor to the black community and a traitor to black people, he has shown us that he has sold us out, because that's the only reason why you would even think of bringing a man like a Nick Fuentes, or even associating with a man like a Nick Fuentes, which really also shows us that there are a lot of Hispanic racists out here. And I even read this in an article myself where they talked about the growing rise of Hispanic racists, and your Kanye West associating with this racist, again, shows me that the company he keeps means I don't want to do business with his company, because when I look at your Kanye West, I don't see a black man who I would want to deal with. No, your Kanye West has shown me that he is a traitor to the black community. He has shown me that he is just out here. He's not just somebody that Candace Owens is taking advantage of. No, he is full and active support of people who are against black people, fully active and supporting people who are against black empowerment. And it's time that black people as a collective do to go out here and leave this man to those tender mercies, because eventually what does white supremacy do with bootlicks like a Kanye West? They go out here and break an individual like Kanye West, and the black community just needs to leave him to be broken, because this individual is not interested in building a black community or working with those in the black community. No, he wants to work with our enemies, and since he wants to work with our enemies, then we need to leave him to the tender mercies of our enemies, because he is an enemy too. And since he is an enemy too, we need to leave him to those people. And again, a lot of people were sitting there saying, oh, why were you speaking against your Kanye West? Well, I see an individual who is, again, a threat to the black community. And sadly, there were too many black people who were spellbound talking about, oh, because he said the right things about one ethnic group who practices a certain religion. Black people were willing to stand with this man, but this man is not standing with us right now. No, he's at the side of a racist like a Nick Fuentes, a known white supremacist, and that shows me that he is not our ally. He is our enemy, and it doesn't matter how good his music was. He is somebody who isn't good for black people, and this toxic individual, as I see it, is no longer a black person I can go out here and want to talk about in a positive fashion. I see him no different than I would see any other traitor to our black community, and as a traitor, I see him as somebody I don't want to ever want to deal with, or anybody I ever want to talk about again. No, your Kanye West is a sellout, just like many of the other sellouts out here, and he's a black bootlick looking to lick the boots of white supremacy, and he's just somebody who, again, made a lot of money as a star. And yes, he may have his mental health problems, but this is beyond mental illness. No, it's insane to go out here and be consorting with a known white supremacist, knowing that this same individual who you're consorting with hates you, but you're going to sit there and support this individual. No, that's just plain insanity as I see it. And again, since you can't get this man a conservatorship, we just have to leave him to those tender mercies of white supremacy and watch as this tool gets broken. Now, if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. And if you want to pick up some of my books on the SJS Direct imprint, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find those books in other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers. E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today.